We have a story about a Jackson reporter looking back on his high school graduation when his father made it home from his second deployment. Warms your heart, doesn't it? Well, it gets better. 12 News' Jade Balexa has the story.
Deployments can be difficult for families, but the time apart can also make relationships stronger. Wilton Jackson II and his father have a special bond. Wilton Jackson, a retired Army lieutenant colonel, served 2 unforgettable one-year deployments in Iraq.
All your life, you figure you spend the first 20 years in the military training for war, and then near the end of your career, you think, ain't not never gonna happen. Then all of a sudden, it does happen.
The first time he deployed was in 2004 out of Camp Shelby as part of a 10-person team, the 177th Armored Brigade. He says they were there to train the 1st Iraqi Army. He went on another tour of duty in 2010. The next year, he made it back to Mississippi in time to see his son, Wilton Jackson II, graduate from Jim Hill High School.
I can't make up for those times. But God knows where I'm supposed to be at. When I'm supposed, excuse me. He knows where I'm supposed to be at, where I'm supposed to be at. And that's what's really been interesting now that he's graduated from school.
Jackson is a reporter for the Clarion Ledger newspaper.
He was leaving the first time. The same car that we rode to graduation in was the same car we were riding in when he told me he was getting ready to go, which was like maybe a week and a half before my 10th or 11th birthday. And so it all came kind of full circle when we rode to graduation. I was thinking to myself, like, this is the same exact car. And granted, in 2004, it wasn't a graduation, but, you know, it was my birthday, but another major moment.
Recently, he's been reflecting on his graduation and also his dad surviving his time in Iraq when thousands didn't come home. This year, he earned his master's degree from Louisiana State University. He says he couldn't have done it without his father.
And things just through the process, because if anybody that's ever went through a master's or graduate level program, it's difficult. Like, it's not easy at all. Not obviously not the work, but like just because life is still happening and you're trying to figure out certain circumstances why things are going on. And so to have him as a support system, you know, helping me through this process was a blessing, a huge blessing. And to be honest, it was more so a blessing in disguise.
Colonel Jackson's goal was to prepare his son for life, and even with time apart, there's been lessons along the way he hopes will be passed down to the next generation. Jade Balexa, 12 News.